So Chris is going to talk the first half, and he's going to go over the podcast. But basically what I want to kind of address, and I think is the biggest fear when somebody signs up to be a coach, is I don't want to be a salesperson, or I don't want to be that obnoxious person on Facebook. So I see plenty of other network marketers that are doing, first of all, I get put in a LuLaRoe group like every day. Every single day I get put in a LuLaRoe group. I swear. Nobody asks me if I wanted the group. I just get put into it. And that drives me crazy. Then second, we see like the face creams, like it's nothing but stock images. It's, posting their links, and it's just like such a salesy way. And it really turns people off to network marketing and what we're doing, because they automatically think that's what Beachbody does. And that is what some Beachbody coaches do. But that's what we try to train and teach everybody on this team not to do, because it doesn't work. You're not going to be successful. You're not going to grow a business from, posting stock images and not being you, because people don't care about Beachbody. They can go online if they want to purchase Beachbody. They care about you. Why are you doing it? And you have to make yourself a brand, and you have to grow a following, and you have to build trust. So when I look through other coaches' pages, and I don't see anything that I can relate to them. And I don't have a attraction to follow them, because who are they? I don't get who they are. All I see is, quotes or shared things, or, nothing about them or their life. So that's really what the podcast was that we listened to, and how to build a business online. So Chris is going to take over.
All right. So again, this is just, I listen to Chalene Johnson all the time. She took a break for a while. She came back July 1st, and her first podcast on Build Your Tribe, I believe, was this one with
5 tips.
Bob Halig.
5 tips to build your own online business, and I'll post it on the team
And
page.
it was a 57-minute call or video podcast she did, and hers were never really that long. So I was like, okay, I'll check it out. So, as soon as this guy started talking, he had a history of network marketing and stuff like that. So I'm just going to kind of go over the notes that I took from that. So he said that, network marketing is an industry of marketing. And I mean, that should be common sense, but, for me, I really I love the marketing behind everything that we do. I think it's amazing. All right. So we're in this industry of marketing, but most of us, or most people who are in network marketing, pursue it, and we have no idea. We know nothing about marketing, and that's what we have to really try to focus on. This is, I've said from the beginning, what we do is attraction marketing. You're attracting people to you. A lot of times we'll talk to coaches, and they'll be like, well, I don't want to sell anything. And, we have our own spiel. We go in that, sales is the oldest profession. There's another one, but they say, but really sales is the oldest profession in the world. And we are marketing, along with Beachbody products, but we're marketing ourselves. Because like she just said, you can go anywhere and buy Beachbody, programs or Shakeology, whatever, eBay, Amazon, wherever. It's all about you. So he also said that social media is the best and the worst thing to happen to network marketing. And I mean, it's the best, obviously, because you look at some of the coaches who are really doing well at this. And I mean, just our team alone, we have coaches from all across the country that we wouldn't have met if we were just going to the mall, and talking to people about this business. And it's the worst thing for, network marketing, because you see, there are coaches out there who just flood the network or flood social media with just post about, their shake or this program there, or they just share a generic picture. And I mean, what you're doing,
or other network marketers that do.
Right. Or other network marketers, for sure, that run it just for like the Lululemon or Lulu, whatever it is. So the main thing that he wanted to drill home is to think like this. Your page is like a TV show. Okay. So think of everything that you post as your programming. You're the programming director. So would you change the channel on yourself? Would you watch you? So that should really start, start to get you thinking about the things that you post. And if it's not good quality stuff, should you really post it? Okay. So you must learn to create curiosity instead of building resistance. If I every day am holding up a bag of Shakeology and I'm saying, hey, it's on sale or this challenge pack's on sale for $140, and day after day after day, that's pretty much all I'm doing. I'm not really doing anything authentic. I'm building resistance. People are not curious about what I'm doing. There's no element of curiosity there. So I'm building resistance probably to the fact that people are unfollowing me. They're changing the channel essentially. And I'm not really doing what it is that I should be doing. There's no attraction marketing there. Okay. I should be attracting people to me, building my brand as my true authentic self. You want to be yourself when you're posting, so that people can, we'll talk about this in a little while, to learn to trust you.
And you got to think like, most of my coaches anymore, and most everybody on this call, I don't sign up coaches that are in my warm market anymore. My coaches are from all over the US. I have coaches in Canada. At the beginning, yes, it was people close to me, people who knew me, but why were you guys attracted to me? Would my Shakeology post or my constant fitness program post or me automatically when I invite you jump right into it? Wouldn't you kind of be like, she just wants to sell me on something. This girl's annoying. I have built a story on my social media page of everything, my life, and not just about fitness, but allowing people to know me and who I am and what I value, and just really kind of building my brand.
So, with building resistance, if you're posting too much product, well, that's basically your page, your TV show is just an infomercial. And we all know pretty much that we, most of the times flip past and change the channel when it comes to an infomercial.
Or you see the infomercial and you ask a friend about it. Hey, I seen that on an infomercial, but I was kind of skeptical. You know what I mean? Because we're all skeptical about the infomercials. And then you may ask your friend about it who posts something authentic.
Yeah, and I think there too, though, too little product. If you're never posting about anything, that's a bad thing too. There has to be a happy medium that you ride, but I still believe in creating curiosity, saying superfood shake or, just hinting around to things to create that level.
High intensity cardio, weight training, not necessarily always saying the program name,
but when you're breadcrumbing,
still saying it sometimes.
Yeah, when you're breadcrumbing, especially, if you're just breadcrumbing through the week with your other posts, you can use those terms and stuff like that. Okay, so what he suggests is you have to out-teach the competition. Period. That is the key thing that you need to be doing. And that's the value that we're always talking about. When we say add value to your page, add value to your post, that's what we're talking about. So he talked about and said something called ILT, which is invest, learn, and teach. So invest in something, whatever it is you want to learn about, learn it and then teach it. And you need to do this via video. And because obviously right now with the Facebook algorithms, they're really priming and keeping video at the top of the feeds. And, they don't need to be long videos because no one's attention span is going to stick around, sometimes even I can't get through a 5-minute video unless it's really, really good,
unless you're doing live.
Right.
Live can go a little bit longer, live video. But,
get to the point. But get your information. You've got to teach people. You've got to out-teach the competition. All right, so think about it. This is why I personally follow certain people like Gary Vaynerchuk. If you don't know who he is, everybody should be listening to him. He's a major player in the internet marketing business. Chalene Johnson, I listen to both of them. Basically because they teach me something and add value to my life. And I'm lifers to both of them. I bought, Gary's book. They give me the info. They teach me something. and they add value to my life. And your job, your sole job as a coach goes back to this. This is what you should be doing, adding value to people's lives, teaching them something, teaching them how to get healthy.
And I think I like to do a lot of posts about educating people about artificial sweeteners. I'm passionate about organic. I don't make everybody in my challenge groups be organic, but it's a passion for me. So I talk a lot about it, non-GMO, and I try to educate people about it. But all of that builds up when I do go to talk to somebody privately about Shakeology. I have already built this trust and built this education with them because I've already been talking about why artificial sweeteners and flavors are dangerous, why sucralose is dangerous, why GMO soy is dangerous, why I try to pick things that don't have chemicals and fillers in it. So I'm already kind of padding and planting seeds in my post. And so it's really easy. Like, people will often reach out to me and say, hey, this is the shake that I'm taking. I know you use Shakeology, but what's in this? And I just had somebody recently actually wanted to sign up to be a coach, and she uses a shake that has artificial flavors in it, and it has soy in it, and it has a ton of chemicals and fillers. So I wrote this long post basically telling her and educating her in the message of what she was using and what to look at, because she didn't want to use Shakeology because it was 80 calories more. 80 calories more because it has whole foods in it. It has real superfoods. It has real fruits in it. So it has 80 calories more than that stuff that has artificial flavors and sweeteners in it and chemicals and fillers to make it low fat. So I had to, before I would have been lost on how to educate her on that until I educated myself. And so that's really helped me. Educating myself helps me create really great posts, and it helps me be able to talk to people one-on-one about what they're using and educating them.
So, and if you don't know what to talk about or what to educate somebody, pick up a book. This book right here is full of, paragraphs that you can highlight and information that you can just use a little quote and then use as a springboard to really go on. You can take a quote and talk about it, use it as a springboard, and really do like a 5-minute video or whatever about something from, this book, which is really amazing that Danielle's read, and I'm trying to read once she finishes this one day. But just pick a book, pick an excerpt of it, and use it as a springboard, just somewhere to start. Okay, so in talking about recruiting, he said, go after A-listers, not your cousin or your friend that lives in their parents' basement that you think might really need this opportunity, because they're unemployed and they just play video games all day. Those aren't the people that you really want to go after. And that's what he said. He made a mistake his first year of going after people like that. Wrong. You need to go after A-listers. You need to go after your dream coach. When you see that person on Facebook or you see that person on Instagram, you think, oh my God, they would be an amazing coach. That's the person you need to be talking to. That's the person you don't need to give up on. There are some top coaches who've been asked 7 or 8 times, to be a coach. And now they're in the top 10. If somebody would have given up, on the first no, where would they be now?
And I think sometimes people are scared to talk to somebody about, because it's like, oh, it's network marketing. But for example, even our own team, there's a ton of doctors and dentists on our team. My coach is Brooke, who's a registered dental hygienist. Her husband's a pediatric dentist. And, I listened to a call from one of the top coaches who was a lawyer and had a very successful business in 6 figures. And I know sometimes people think, oh, well, they have a successful thing going and I don't really want to talk to them about it. And, never feel that way, because those are the most successful coaches. And we're even signed up underneath of Wayne Wyatt. And Wayne
like a $3 to $5 million, orthodontist practice.
He does coaching.
When somebody says, oh, is that network marketing? Is that a network marketing thing? Your first answer should be, hell yeah, it is. And then talk to them about what passive income is, because, educated people will do their research and they'll figure it out, and they'll see that this is, something huge. And that's what I learned from Jason, early on, was the benefit of passive income, the benefit of to be at the beach and still earning money and getting leverage. Okay, so, but to go into that, the busiest people make the best coaches. They know how to make time. We've seen that since we've started this business. our busiest coaches. We've had stay-at-home moms not do very well and kind of fizzle out. We've had, people, nurses, just your professionals, your busiest people. If somebody says they don't have time for this, they probably do.
I will say all my diamonds on the team are all extremely, extremely busy people. And, one of them, Alicia, who is a diamond on the team, is a nurse anesthetist, and she's also the president of her organization, and she travels every weekend. And she's one of the busiest coaches that I have, but yet she's a diamond coach, and, she's doing challenge groups, and she's trying to do as much as she can. And literally, if somebody tells me I'm so super busy, I don't know if I would have time for this, I'm like, you would probably be the best coach.
Yeah, everyone has a time where this opportunity will fit in. It may not be when you share this opportunity with somebody, it may not be their time. But as long as you're consistent, you keep doing your thing, you re-ask and stuff like that. Everyone has an opportunity. It's just about time. All right, so then my last thing I want to talk about is if you build it, they will come. And the it that you're building is trust. They have to trust you. When I think about coaches and Danielle reaching out to people all over the country or whatever, and the people go to their page and they see her story and they see what she posts and she's not a creeper and all this stuff. She's building trust. No is just the beginning. They don't know you yet. There's no trust there yet. There's no relationship there yet. So start building it. Start building that trust. And when you keep adding value and educating, you are building their trust. So biggest thing to take away from this is keep your show interesting. Keep it light. Keep it funny. Keep it, adding value. Don't take yourself too seriously. Believe in this and believe in the opportunity. And just
don't try to be perfection. I posted tonight about us having ice cream, and I did a live video with looking like this. I have no makeup on. I look like what. But it's what builds and helps people see I'm a real person. And really, I think one of the people on the call, Kelly Branson and I met her from my like page, and I friended her, and she almost didn't accept my friend request, but she said, I'll accept her friend request. And we built a relationship from there. She did a free challenge group. She loved it. We kept in contact. We messaged back and forth, long messages back and forth. And she joined a challenge group, and I presented to her the coaching opportunity, and she's like, I don't really know. And so we got on the phone and we talked. And sometimes you have to get on the phone because people, may be unsure about what you have going on or what this is all about. So sometimes you have to get on the phone. And Kelly and I got on the phone twice. We got on the phone before she did a challenge group, and we got on the phone when she signed up to be a coach. And so if anybody on the team follows Kelly Branson, you see that she is at the top of the Success Club board. She is helping a lot of people. She's almost hit diamond. Kelly, I'm tuning your horn right now. I know you're muted. But, this is a relationship we had to build. And she'll tell you, she wasn't big at social media or really accepting a lot of people on her social media. So, if I was just this generic person and didn't really show any interest or care about her, there's no way that I would have her trust. There's no way she would be on this team right now. So it's one of the most important things that you have to do. And the second that you put people first is the second that, what you're doing becomes very successful, and it becomes fun because you are putting people first, and you're doing it for the right reasons, and you're learning how to do it and learning how to build those relationships. Okay, so now that Chris is done, I want to scroll through some of the coaches' pages that is actually a 5-star and above. And I just came across these coaches because, goodness, look at all these messages I have. Let me close out of here. Okay, can you guys see? I'm going to click on Blair first. Can you see Blair's page? Jamie, can you give me a thumbs up? Can you see Blair's page? Okay. So I want to go through these coaches because I came across about 3 coaches from a leadership group that I'm in, and I don't follow them, but I just kind of creep their page a little bit, because I think you guys see me and you see Brooke and you see the other coaches on the team all the time. And you can totally go through and creep our pages, but sometimes it's nice to look at an outsider that's also another successful coach and see what they're doing. I really like Blair. I actually, I would write her name down. It's Blair Dressen, and she does a really good job at breadcrumbing. And she has a challenge group that's usually, I think, about mid-month. So as I went through her post, I noticed how she breadcrumbs. So the first of the month, she talks all about her challenge group with a little bit of coaching breadcrumbing, talking a little bit about coaching, but 80% of it is talking about her challenge group. And then the end of the month, that's when she starts to talk about her webinar coming up and the coaching opportunity. And that's because she is basically marketing her challenge group that's getting ready to come up, and then she's marketing her webinar that's getting ready to come up. But she's not forgetting to also to still be posting a little bit about her fitness and what she's doing, but she's majority of the time she's posting about coaching because she's getting ready to have a webinar. So I really liked going through her page because she was really, really good at doing that. So we're going to kind of scroll through here. And another thing that Chris didn't mention is that it's so important to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is what helps to build trust. In 4 months that I was coaching, I did a very, very vulnerable post. Like I am not a super emotional person. I don't show my emotions to anybody. And I think Chris could probably say he's seen me cry like a handful of times. But I got upset about something that someone had posted. And I took a picture of myself and I did a really good post about it. And it's like that day I had 30 new friend requests. I had, and at the time as a new coach, I had over 100 likes. I had 80 comments. And it was just like an eye-opener to me that I wasn't sharing enough of myself and really allowing people in. So vulnerability is very important too. And it's hard. Like when you first start as a coach, you're like, I don't want to be vulnerable. I didn't either. I didn't do it until I was 4 months in, but then I realized the importance of really opening up to people. Okay. So she actually had a hysterectomy and had a cyst removed, and she's done a lot of posts and videos about that. But now she's getting ready to start talking about her challenge group. So she did a really great post about how she's doing a giveaway in her challenge group. And she even did a little video of the giveaway wheel that they used to pick their winner. And then she is breadcrumbing a little bit about just her team call that she did and about the business side of it and coaching. I haven't looked at it since last night, so some of this is new stuff. And again, she's kind of breadcrumbing a little bit about coaching. And then she's sharing, you can tell that she's a mom and she's into family fitness. She shares a lot about her kids and her husband working out with her. And then she obviously shares humor in it too. So again, there comes your reality show of just being interesting. Even though it's goofy, that's part of your personal post that day. It doesn't have to be all health and fitness. But then here she goes, her and her husband working out on the 4th of July. And then she does another post that is basically I think this is like a transformation post. But she's talking again about her hysterectomy, talking about an upcoming challenge group. So you guys can kind of tell right now she's mainly focusing on the challenge group aspect. And then again, just doing kind of fun pictures of, you can tell when you read some of her other posts, she's basically always a hot mess. She calls herself a hot mess all the time. And so, she's just posting about days that she dressed up. Again, she's kind of breadcrumbing about her team and doing recognition posts. Posting, just trying to find visually nice pictures, things to kind of tell a story. So you can see it's not her kid looking at the camera and it's not them smiling at the camera. Her kid is actually looking away, but you could see her salad, you see the kids eating a pizza, and then she does a little post about it. So again, that's interesting. It makes you want to read. And what I learned in high school yearbook, when I was a yearbook editor, you want to kind of create these images that tell a story, that draw people in. Why should I read the caption? What's interesting about it? So you don't always want to do this smiley face right at the camera, because nobody wants to read that. They may scroll past it. They may even hit like. Again, she's doing another video blog about her hysterectomy, so that's a vulnerable post. And then this is towards the end of the month when she starts talking more about coaching. So she does a little post, a live video, I think it was live, yeah, a live video telling that she's getting ready to do her, and you guys can go through and creep her page, but she's getting ready to do a webinar, and she's just talking about, is anybody going to take me serious because I look like a hot mess, but I just got done with my workout. I don't have time to shower and put on makeup. So she's being very raw, very real. Which is what attracts people to you, and that helps build trust when they know you're not this fake person. So very rarely are you going to find that she does this type of post, but she does throw them in there. And I think that's okay, but you don't want to do these a whole lot because you don't get a lot of interest usually out of these, okay? Again, she's still breadcrumbing. She has a webinar coming up, so she's doing little breadcrumbs about her webinar. But yet she's still throwing in some fitness posts. So,
and don't be afraid to stage pictures. Like, go back up to the other one. I mean, obviously she probably set her phone up, she grabbed her laptop, she looked away, she probably did that. Yeah, we do it all the time. We do all kinds of crazy stuff like she posted the other day. So don't be afraid to stage some pictures.
Yeah. And you can put your phone on video, snapshot it. That's why I shared that in the team page yesterday. Then you guys see my post, and it turned out to be a really cute post. But I couldn't have held my phone and done a selfie and made something like that. It wouldn't have happened. So then you scroll down. Again, she's just posting about her life. And do you guys notice you don't see products in Shakeology? Do you all kind of notice that? I've already went through kind of days of her post, and again, she's doing recognition for her coaches. This is a really great picture.
You can't even read the Shakeology on the cup.
Yeah, and you'll notice most coaches will actually have a cup, and they'll have the Shakeology turned around. And I know a lot of coaches want to have the Shakeology visible, but typically you'll notice when I do a post, I don't have the Shakeology visible either, or I'll put it in a different cup. You're building curiosity, okay, not resistance. Again, another great picture, good lighting, white plate, nice food, looks pretty. Mine don't always look like that, but we attempt. She's talking about her daughter wanting to get a haircut, so sharing her life there. I don't know what that post is about, but I'm going to keep going. But again, you see she's sharing a lot of her life. She's showing that she's real. She's saying, I haven't had a shower, rocking the hubby sweats, pineapple bun, hot mess mom alert, just kind of being fun and interesting. Again, here's her Shakeology. We know it's her Shakeology, but she didn't mention it. She doesn't talk about it, but it's there. It's in her post, and she posts about it a lot, but you don't see that it is Shakeology, and she will call it a superfood shake. So again, she's building curiosity. She's doing her workout with her husband. She does a lot of workout videos. Again, incorporating workouts with her kids, I think is great. Let me just erase that again. Another little food post. Can't remember how far I wanted to go down here, but I'm going to keep scrolling just a little bit. And then here's towards the middle of the month. This is when she starts talking more about challenge groups. So she went towards the top. It was more posting about coaching. And now the beginning of the month, she's going to talk more about her challenge group. Okay. So she's sharing, and all along the way, she's been sharing her fitness videos. Okay. But she is still sharing vulnerability, sharing her story. She's sharing, the kids playing, and really just doing a great job at sharing her life. So I want you guys to kind of do you notice as you look through her page, it's interesting. You want to read, what is she doing? It's not obvious that she is wanting or trying to sell you anything. if she friend requested me and I started looking through her page, like I wouldn't think, oh, she's just friending me because she wants to sell me something. Okay, so she does a really good job at doing that. Okay, so I'm going to jump around to another coach while we still have a little bit of time. And Nikki Johnson was another good one. Just in case we get cut off, Samantha Holly, and I encourage you guys to write these coaches' names down and go through and look at their pages because they all have really good pages. But I took notes on everybody's pages last night too. Let's see. So with Nikki again here's another post. You could obviously, she says, fueling up superfoods before swim lessons. There it is. You can't see Shakeology written on the cup. She doesn't say Shakeology. Now, do I think that it's bad for you to say Shakeology? Absolutely not. I do not think that it's bad. But if you're killing your page with it and saying it all the time, then that's when it becomes that resistance, okay? And I had, and you know, different things work for all kinds of coaches. I had a coach reach out to me, and you know, she knows that she says products or programs or whatever a lot, but she has so much personality on her page and humor that she almost kind of picks and plays at it and makes fun of it. That her page is interesting because she's so funny about it. So I think there's different ways that you may choose to market yourself. And I don't think that her way is wrong. It's just a little bit different. I'm not that funny of a person, so that probably wouldn't work for me. My humor is not that good. But then again, she does a challenge group call out. She's actually pregnant. So anybody else who's a pregnant coach like myself or thinks they're going to be pregnant, this is another good coach to follow. And then again, she's sharing about her shake. But again, you don't see Shakeology written anywhere. I don't even think she talks about it in her caption. And then she's sharing a little bit about the treats she's having 4th of July, sharing her workout with active maternity. And you notice that these coaches do a lot of videos. Videos get a lot of traction. Live videos get a lot of traction. Here again, she calls it a superfood lunch to go. She has her shake right there. So she still posts about Shakeology. She's just trying to build curiosity instead of resistance. This post is great. She shows her food on a plate. She shows you her food, what it looked like in the containers that everybody says is so tiny. And then she shows it to you on a plate, and then she talks about it. Great post. That is a great post to talk about 21-day fix without really having to talk about 21-day fix, okay? So I love that. Chris and I have actually done a couple posts like that before. Then she's talking about a sample. This is the new Performance Recover that we got. So she did talk about that. And then again, you know, as you go through, you just kind of see that she's sharing a little bit about her life. So, you know, once you sign up to be a coach, it's not like, oh my gosh, this has to be just a health and fitness page. Or I need to do a light page and it has to only be health and fitness, because that's not what's going to attract people or build trust. Okay. Trying to see if there's anything else on her page and of course she's doing recognition. We always like to recognize when our coaches advance in rank. Here's a great post for pregnancy. You know, she's basically saying just because I'm pregnant doesn't mean I have a free ticket to eat whatever I want. So it's great. She goes into talking about it. So I recommend everybody creep in that page. Creep at hers. Let's skip over to Samantha. I don't think Samantha's a mom. So if you are a coach on the team that's not a mom and you feel like you may be able to relate to her a little bit more, then this would be a really good person to follow too. Okay, but
you know, and it's great to follow. I'm sitting there typing these people's names down to follow them, just to get, you know, you don't have to steal their stuff or anything like that, but just to get someone else's perspective. You know, it just opens your mind, opens the floodgates of your ideas. You know, you don't want to steal other people's stuff, but it's just opening up the idea of, oh, okay, you know, that's what they do.
Like when I started as a coach, and I know everybody learns differently, but guys, this is what I did. I sat and looked through other coaches' pages that were successful. And the 3 coaches I'm showing you are 5-star and above. I think they're actually all elite coaches. So they're all ranked in the top of the company. You know, find the coaches that are doing well and find out what are they doing. So even to kind of call on Kelly, who I was talking about earlier, Kelly's doing awesome. What is Kelly doing? So, you know, even go and creep through other of the top coaches' pages and see, you know, what are these coaches on our team that are doing that maybe I could start doing that too. Now, like, again, like Chris said, not stealing their stuff, but you're getting ideals. Like, I got so many ideals from other coaches. Actually, the post I did the other day about pregnancy, I got from Nikki Whiting, which is one of the top coaches in our area. And I didn't use any of her wording, but I did something similar where she was measuring her belly and talking about, you know, if you can do it, I can do it. But she used totally different wording, and I changed it all up and I made my own post out of it. But I got that ideal from another top coach.
And that's how we got our start. When we started, there was no training. We went to successful coaches' pages, you know, her and I both, and just studied. That's how we learned.
All right, guys. We got a minute left. I'm more than happy to jump back on for another couple minutes if anybody wants to ask questions and don't feel like you can't. I've unmuted everybody so we can hear you. Do you feel like that helps? Like, does that help you guys understand how to create, not to sell? We don't want to be a salesperson. None of these people to me were salespeople. You know, like, they had very interesting pages. I wanted to watch. I wanted to get to know them. I already trusted them, especially Blair. I think she had a great page. So I highly encourage everybody to go through there and, you know, kind of take notes, snapshot things that you think are cute, and see if you can do something similar and recreate it and make it your own. Okay, does that help? Does anybody have any questions? You guys want to jump back on for another 5 minutes? No?